Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert, and with my extensive background in modern hospitality operations, I am truly pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. Today, we're diving into a topic that's absolutely crucial for your careers, upselling. But we're going to look at it through a completely different lens, not as selling, but as an essential form of guest service. Here's a quick look at our path today. We'll start with the upselling dilemma, that awkward feeling it sometimes creates. Then we'll shift into a mindset of guidance, look at how to make it a natural part of your day, and see the huge benefits of building trust. And finally, we'll talk about the ultimate goal, becoming a true trusted advisor. Okay, so let's get right into it with section 1, the upselling dilemma. Come on, let's be honest for a second. The word upselling can make you cringe a little, right? It often brings up this image of being pushy or transactional, and that's the exact problem we need to solve. And this really gets to the heart of it. On one side, you have upselling as this forced tactic. It feels tacked on, unnatural, and frankly, guests can smell it from a mile away. It feels like it's all about the money. But on the other side, what we're aiming for is authentic guidance. It's a natural conversation that just flows as part of excellent service. Just try to put yourself in the guest's shoes for a moment. You're having a nice conversation, you're feeling taken care of, and then bam, it feels like there's a sudden attempt to increase the size of the transaction. It's jarring, isn't it? It can break that rapport you've worked so hard to build. And that is precisely the feeling we want to avoid.
So what's the fix? Well, it's not about memorizing a new script or learning some clever sales trick. It's much deeper than that. It's about a fundamental shift in your mindset. We're moving away from trying to persuade someone and stepping into the role of a guide who serves through expertise.
Let's give this a new name, value enhancement. I love this term because it captures the essence perfectly. You're not trying to sell something totally different. You're looking at the experience the guest has already planned, and you're simply suggesting ways to make it even better. It's about enhancing what's already there, based on what they've told you.
This really comes down to two key mental shifts. First, you stop persuading and you start guiding. Your job isn't to convince, it's to advise. And second, you elevate the interaction from a simple, one-time transaction to the beginning of a genuine relationship. You're playing the long game here, building trust that will last.
All right, so you've got the mindset down. That's great. But a philosophy is only as good as its execution, right? So now let's talk about how to weave this into your everyday service so it becomes a natural, effortless habit. The truth is, these opportunities are everywhere, hiding in plain sight during the most routine moments. At check-in, a guest casually mentions they're here for an anniversary. That's a huge opportunity. When making a dinner reservation, they ask for a quiet table. That's your cue. These are the moments where a thoughtful suggestion doesn't feel like a sale. It feels like you're really, truly listening.
Now, to pull this off well, you need 3 core skills. First, deep knowledge. You absolutely have to know your property's offerings inside and out. Second, attentive listening. This is about hearing what's not being said, those subtle cues. And finally, consistency. When offering helpful advice is just what you do every single time, it becomes your signature, not some random pitch. Okay, let's talk about the payoff, because when you master this approach, the results are just incredible. It's what I call a win-win-win scenario. It's a win for the guest, it's a win for you in your professional development, and it is a massive win for the hotel.
So let's break that down. First and foremost, guest satisfaction goes through the roof. People feel seen and cared for. That, in turn, fuels your own professional growth because you build a reputation as an expert. And what happens when you have happy, loyal guests who trust your team? You get sustainable revenue, the kind built on a solid reputation, not on squeezing every last dollar out of a single visit.
And there's another benefit here that's often overlooked. It's just more efficient. When you give a guest clear, confident guidance, you help them overcome that feeling of being overwhelmed with choices. They feel better about their decisions, they make them faster, and they're so much more likely to come back. And that all leads us to our final section, which is really the pinnacle of this whole approach. When you master value enhancement, you're no longer just a service provider. You become something so much more valuable. You become a trusted advisor. At this level, the entire dynamic shifts. It's no longer just, here's your key, here's your bell. It becomes a partnership. You're working with the guest, collaborating to create the absolute best experience for them. They start to seek you out for advice because they know without a shadow of a doubt that
that you have their best interests at heart. So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a question to carry with you throughout your careers. Think about it. Are you here simply to facilitate a transaction, or are you striving to become that indispensable, trusted advisor? The choice you make every day will define not just your success, but your standard of excellence. Thank you.